Ah, I've waited 32 episodes to say this, but finally we can say, welcome to the Tour de France. Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Tour de France 2020 Pro Team Career Mode with the TIJ Racing Team. And today for the first time I am so excited to finally be starting the Tour de France with this great team. I am so excited for this event, and if you guys are as well, make sure to leave a like down below. Now, in the last episode, we completed the Criterium de Dauphine. It wasn't good enough for us to get the general classification. There was no surprise there, but we did walk out of that event with the points classification with Chris Lawless, which is a great achievement. And today, we begin the Tour de France. Now, our team has been automatically selected for us. We will make 2 changes, I think, to that team. Possibly only 1. But I'm very happy that Van Baal's in the team. A little bit worried to see that Gegenhardt and Meduas aren't at the best of their fitness, but I guess we can try and work around that by resting them in the flat stages. Hopefully they'll be alright though. But yeah, I think Marder, Bierge, Van Baal, Lawless, got to have a place in there. But I would like to pick Swift over McClay, and possibly Jacobs over Affini. Now I know that Jacobs is in poor fitness, but yeah, I think it'd be far better to pick him over Affini. He's, well, he's far more resourceful, I would say, than Affini. So, let's pick our team for the Tour de France. As I said, it's pretty much picked. We're going to put Ben Swift in there. That's fairly obvious as our top sprinter. McClay also has to take a backward step. He's been shocking in every event we've done. Do we go with Jacobs? I want to get Quintana in there somehow. I think Marder over Gidic. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. But can we afford to leave Quintana out? I think the only 2 we could take out is the man we've just bought in, Jacobs, or Michael Bierge. Tough decision. See, I quite like Jacobs. But I'm going to take him out. I'm going to put Quintana in there. Just another mountain rider. Someone who's up there and is a very solid rider. But look at that team. Oh, great. It's not changed. But it will change. But here we go anyway for the start of the Tour de France.
Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We don't have what it takes to be in the final sprint. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to be in the early breakaway. Have a good stage.
So there you go then. The first briefing of the Tour de France. Now, it's fairly similar to the Tour de France I played in game for the first season with the Ineos team, but there are a few subtle differences. I don't think there's a time trial this year, which I'm very happy about, trust me. But I think that there are some subtle differences, but not too many. I don't recognise that Saint-Etienne to Palaquit stage. There's a few subtle changes. Embrun to Valois, again, I don't recognise that. But the majority of these stages is the same, I think, as they were. Again, Limoux to Foa, a different Gignag to Tele. But I think these first 6 stages are the same as they were in the playthrough I played with Ineos. But 3 short climbs today. Again, we'll just to the first stage, just to introduce ourselves to this event today. 3 short climbs. We might chuck someone in the breakaway, but the 2 sprints are the most important. But yeah, 3 long loops around Nice. It's like it was again in real life. Bit of an unusual format for the start of the Tour de France. But nothing that's going to be too demanding of us today, which is good news. Just a thought. I don't know who to put in the breakaway. Doesn't really matter at this point. Just get some points on the board and take a jersey. That would be a good feeling. And also, we've got a few tricky decisions to make. Who do we prioritise? Is it Lawless or Swift in the sprints? Because I think both of them are on a par with one another. We haven't seen Ben Swift in a while. It'll be nice to see some of our old boys. Not in terms of age, but in terms of the great achievements they've had this season. Again, Lawless is our top rider actually this season. That's a surprise to say, but no, he's done really well in the last few events, so it would be incredibly harsh to leave him out of this Tour de France team. So we've got an 8-strong team, our 8 strongest riders, I think. Possibly Gidic losing out there over Marder, but apart from that, we have got our 8 strongest riders. Meduas, Gegenhardt, Van Baal. You can see that everyone's starting this event not at the best of condition. That is condition, by the way, isn't it? Yeah, struggling, yeah. Race day condition. Yeah, it's just race day condition. That's not too bad then. Okay, let's go back. So, the top 4 are all struggling, but Lawless, Bierge, Swift, are all pretty decent. So that's good. I think we'll put Bierge in the breakaway. I don't want to risk any of our 4 top mounted riders. I mean, that's a cracking group to choose from, by the way. Meduis, Gegenhardt, Van Baal and Quintana. A really solid group. I think we've got a really solid team. We've got solid sprinters in Swift and Lawless. We've got the 4 brilliant mountaineers. And we've got the 2 team players, Marder and Bierge. And I think that Quintana will probably join that team player list a little bit later on in this Tour de France. But I'm thoroughly excited for this. I wonder who the teams have picked. It might be actually a good idea to have a quick flick through the classification, just to see who the top teams have picked, whether any big names miss out. Let's have a look. It's only really Ineos I know particularly. So Bernal, Carapaz, all the names you'd expect. Castro Viejo, Dennis, Froome, Ganna gets a spot, Kwiatkowski, Geraint Thomas, obviously, of course. Gegenhardt doesn't start for them because of him transferring to us. We've got Gegenhardt. Team Bahrain I know a little bit about. Just trying to look for a few big names. Fuglsang is in here, no surprise there. Luxenko. Is Roglic taking part? I mean, that's, yes, of course he is. We've got Benoot. Again, there's no big guns missing out, I don't think, here, which is good news. I look forward to having a good battle against some of these guys. Where's Team Bahrain McLaren? There they are. Landa in Mohoric, Poels. Yeah, some solid riders taking part. The best of the best. 2 objectives today to finish in the first 25 with Ben Swift and Chris Lawless. But I don't think it's any harm to have a rider in the breakaway. We'll just tell our guys, just to ensure minimum tempo, just relax today, really. But we'll go for it a bit with Bierge. No reason why not. I mean, if we struggle to get a breakaway, we can always draw back into the peloton. But it's a bit of excitement for you guys over anything, really. Yeah, the breakaway should quickly get along, and I think there is a bit of a starter one now, so we'll join that breakaway with Michael Bierge. Oh, the Tour de France, there's just yeah, I can't really describe the feeling, but it's brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. So Bierge goes with Allegier, or Allegiert. I hate all these names, I really do. They're like footballers. You can't pronounce them for 2 years, and then as soon as you can pronounce them, they bloody bugger off and leave the club. But here we are then. We are on the start of the first climb of the day. This climb will be done 3 times, so we take the 3 circuits of, I think it's Nice-Moyen-Pays. Yes, it is. Back to Nice for the finish. Nothing too demanding, but again, this climb will be repeated 3 times around the circuit. But it's a 3rd class climb. 2 points for the man at the top and 1 point for second place. So we're guaranteed at least 1 point here with Michael Bierge to get our campaign started with a bang. 2 kilometres from the top then. Nobody joining us in the break. We've got a healthy gap actually, but that's something that will diminish as we go. But as I said, if we can get 2 points here, that'd be a great start. We've caught up to him, as you can see. I think we've got a good chance. We've got plenty of energy. In fact, we can put a good bit of good pace in. There's no risk of us blowing up before the top. But apparently Allegier, again a guy I've never heard of before, but he's a decent ruler apparently. Again, not a measuring ruler. That's just my typical English accent coming out, not being... I mean, I did French till at bloody GCSE level and got an A. Rouleur. There we go, rouleur. God. Typical English, eh? He's a ruler. And he's got decent sprinting capabilities as well, but we have absolutely dominated him on the climb. Completely walked away from him. In fact, we might as well just chill till the top. There's no point exerting ourselves too much. We could do with his help, to be honest. We don't really want to go all alone. Get out the way! We're running people over here. But yeah, we've got a big enough lead just to get over this top of the climb securely. Cracking stuff. 2 points to get us started. A provisional polka dot jersey. And just waiting for him to catch up. As you can see, that's the hardest bit of the first circuit. There's a little bit of a climb. Ah, there we go. There's the circuit coming up now. Good timing. So we've got a bit of a climb coming up now. And then the decline. Ah, there we go. Sprints and climbs aren't his thing. You should have just seen how we got on there. It wasn't too bad, was it? Can't have been bad. But yeah, we'll work with Allegier. It's a big gap we've got at the front, actually. That's quite encouraging to see. But we'll work with him. Again, there's not really much risk of any problem today. But a massive lead we've got. So, again, it's going to be a fairly short episode today, just as a bit of a warning. But just getting us nicely warmed up for the stage to come. It's a big stage tomorrow, the mountain stage that will come in Thursday's episode. But just getting ourselves warmed up today, and unless there are any bits of drama, I will see you guys at the second mountain pass. It's like deja vu here, isn't it? Back again for the second go at this climb. Hope for the same outcome as first time. You can see we've still got a big gap to the peloton, but again, that will be closed before the end. I don't see the Breakaway winning this. Wouldn't be a bad start though for Bjerg getting 6 points here. He's not going to be the man who wins the climbing classification. I completely accept that, but it's just good to get some points on the board. Increases motivation in the team if we've got a jersey. We could end up with 2 jerseys. That's a good point, actually. There is a sprint coming up a little bit later, so actually, it might well be Bjerg who has that jersey. I doubt it, though, because he's not going to be in for the sprint at the end. But the longer this Breakaway goes on, the more that possibly there could be a victory today for the Breakaway. I can't see it, but again, you just never know. So the final kilometre of this climb, we had it pretty much sewn up last time with no issues. And I think it should be the same again. Not having to push too hard. Saying that, he is going for it. Might as well push our opponent. Not going to hurt. He's got to be pretty weak to blow up over this climb. But he's going for it. He's giving it a bit more persistence this time. You can see he's got a chance. I'll tell you what, I thought we'd got him covered. But we haven't. Well, there you go. He mugs us. He mugs us. So, level on points for now. 3 for us, 3 for him. And we'll get our feed in a little while, but it's not really like we need it, to be honest. Back into the peloton we go then. And it's time for the first sprint of the Tour de France. I'm excited for this. There's no point going for the front runners. Again, Bjerg hasn't got any chance in the sprinting classifications. Whether he picks up 20 or 18 points, I really couldn't care less. But I've told, what's his face? Lawless, our main rider, at least in the standings, to go for it fully on the relay. But we're going to focus on Swift. Bjerg seems to have dropped back a little bit. No harm done though. Let's see if he wins the sprint. Come on, Bjerg. Ah, unlucky. Ah, well. Right, we'll tell Lawless to attack. Everyone else in the team, they're fine just staying as they are. But this is a lovely feeling going with Swifty again. Here we go. Woo! God, we've been caught napping there. They're flown away. Come on, let's go. End of the sprint coming now. Oh, can we get over the line? We get over the line in 6th. I'll take that every day of the week. That's not too bad. That's not a bad start to our tour. Lawless picks up 4 points again. Not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Good stuff. Medua's picks up 2 points as well. Well, I'll definitely take that. That's not bad at all. Good stuff. Again, we've got the last climb of the day coming up now. I think the peloton will catch up before the end, but still, it's a 2-minute gap. So, you know, it's fairly healthy. Well, I would quite like to walk away from this stage with the polka dot jersey. So we're going to insist a bit of pace here and try and ward him off. Don't want to put too much pace in too early, but he seems to be matching it. So maybe on the first go he just wasn't too bothered, possibly. But yeah, he seems to be a decent climber. There's Allegert. But this will be the first and only time I think that we have the polka dot jersey, so we might as well just go for it. To be honest, I think we've gone a little bit early here. I think he's going to beat us. Could get a bit nasty, but our blocking techniques haven't worked. It hasn't worked. Come on, come on, come on. Block, block, block. Oh, that was crafty. Another metre and he would have got it, but that's not bad at all. Can't complain at that. I don't think that move will help us make many friends particularly, but Bjerg has the polka dot jersey after the first stage. That's nice to see. So, we have the sprint coming at the end of the stage. We'll see if the peloton catches up. I mean, there's still a 2-minute gap. So there's a possibility we might have a breakaway win here. I can't see, but yeah, I'll see you guys at the last 10. Oh, the crafty git's buggered off. Left Bjerg for dead. There was no need for that, was there? No, I don't think there was. Very rude. But anyway, we enter the last 10 kilometres. As you can see, everyone's back together now, which is nice to see. And we just need to get ourselves set up for the sprint. Now, there's not an option here to do that. Sometimes there is. It's a bit temperamental, sometimes there isn't. We'll get everyone to take their blue feed at this point. Again, there's no real worry, I don't think, with anybody running out of energy here, but we might as well take the feed nonetheless. It's there to use, isn't it? But I think we could do with getting ourselves in a better position, to be honest, with both our main guys for this sprint. So we want Lawless to have a really good effort on the relays, 110%, and we could do with moving forward with, I was going to say Chris Swift, that's like an amalgamation of the two there. We could do with moving forward in the group. We should be able to. We've got plenty of time. I don't think there's too many bothered about this sprint, so should be able to move forward fairly easily. So here we are then. Here we are. We're about rightly placed. We'd like to be a few lengths further forward. If we go for the horse race analogy. We can see Lawless there. He's placed himself pretty well. There we go. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. No worries about that. You could see we got caught napping last time, and you have to bear in mind we are against some of the best sprinters in the world here, so we've got to bear that in mind. See what Lawless does. Lawless is putting a bit more pace, it seems now. We'll go a bit. Might be worth. We're trying to follow them. Let's go. We've gone about the right time. Oh, what a start from Swift. I think he's gone a bit early though. It's gone a bit early. We had to slow down. Come on, Swifty. Come on, Swift. He's not quite going to win the stage, but he's up there. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. Can't really complain at that one. Not a bad start. I think he ended up about 7th. I'm not sure where Lawless ended up. Hopefully in the top 15 to pick up a few points. But I think with those sprints that are worth 50 points, actually, it's the first 20 or 30 that pick up points. So just bear that in mind. So the winner of the first stage, then, is from the Lotto Soudal team. And it is Ewan. Brill. He takes the yellow jersey for the moment. Ewan also obviously takes the green jersey. But a nice accolade for Mikael Bjerg as he picks up, probably only temporarily, the polka dot jersey. And the best young rider, Machete. Well, that doesn't really mean anything at the moment, does it? Because everyone finished in a bunch. It's a bit like the yellow jersey. It doesn't really mean too much at this point. But a good first stage. No unexpected surprises. And a nice start. Well, I don't know what happened to Lawless in the end. 115th. I don't know what happened to him. He'd put a really good pace and he must have just got swamped. That's a shame. That's a real shame. But, yeah, we lead the climber classification. Ben Swift is 6th in the green jersey classification. That's not bad. Ewan opening up a big points gap, but again, Swift is in and around there. Bjerg 9th. A little bit disappointing from Chris Lawless. But, oh well, one of those things, I suppose. But again, no surprises and a good start for us to this Tour de France. So, in the next episode, we will do the second and third stages, I think, because it is a mountain stage, stage number 2. But I think stage number, yeah, it's a tough stage, stage number 2. It might actually only be stage number 2. Looking at stage 3, although it's a flat stage, it still has quite a mountainous profile. So we'll be back on Thursday for that second stage. But I'm really looking forward to the Tour de France. I'm glad we've got into it. And on Thursday, we will complete the second stage. So thank you very much for your company today. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Tour de France content on a Tuesday, Thursday and a Sunday. But apart from that, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys a bit later on. Goodbye for now.